Hi and welcome to another video of campers.eu. In this video I want to talk about air suspension. This is an option that we sell more and more, and we can retrofit this to any California with the normal suspension. And air suspension is getting more popular because we can provide the VB air suspension, which is made here in Holland, and it's a full air suspension, so it's a rear axle and front axle, so you have a lot of control on your car. And I want to go over the details and compare it to the standard suspension for Volkswagen California. And we see that a lot of customers with 4Motion really like this air suspension because you have some modes that are quite interesting. It might be interesting to you. So let's hop into the video and talk about air suspension. So let's first start with the normal suspension. This is a Volkswagen California 200 horsepower 4Motion DSG car. So it has the 4Motion system, and just let us see how high the ride height is. These are the 18-inch wheels, and I'll just put this on the ground. And next to the car, you see it's 77.5 centimeters. And let's see what air suspension does. Here we have two cars with VB air suspension. This first one, the one here up front, I've set on the sport setting that the system offers, and the other one, the silver one, is set on the off-road setting. You can see it's quite a bit higher. So the sport setting you would normally use on the road. Should be a bit lower than the standard suspension, and of course the off-road setting gives you way more ground clearance. So let us first see what's the difference with the standard suspension in height. So on the standard suspension it was 77.5 in height, and this is in the sport setting. I'll just put the measurement here. So we go from 77.5 to 74.5, which is quite a nice drop. Makes the car look a bit more sporty. And then the off-road setting, you can see the car is already higher. So we go from just about to reach it, 80.5. So that's quite a nice setting. In order to control this air suspension, you need some sort of remote control, and it's located here at the driver's seat. You can put it in here in this little pocket on the side. Now you see the control panel. This one is set for sport now, so the light is on there. This is another great function over here. This is called the auto level function. So if you are camping, which is great for camping of course, and you're on a bit rougher terrain, you can push this button and the car will go, make itself level. So that's ideal. You don't need those blocks to ride on to make it more comfortable, but just one push of the button and you have a leveled car. This is the off-road setting. That's the silver car has. I've turned that one on, and here we have another one. As you can see, it has a little P. It's the park setting. So you can see the car goes even lower than the sport setting. And this might help you get into a parking garage, which is a bit narrow. And I will turn this one on now. So here we go. The park button is over here. So it's now in sport, and I'll press. You can hear the air, you can see the car is lowering. I can even feel it lowering immediately. Let's see if now you can see it's even lower now than before. So this is in the park setting. So the standard suspension was 77.5, and let's see what this does to the height of the car. So now we go to 72 and a bit, 73, around 73, 72.5. That concludes my video about VB air suspension. It's an air suspension that is all the way around, so front and rear axle. And basically you have 4 settings on the car. You have the sport setting, which is a bit lower than the standard ride height of a Volkswagen California. Yeah. Secondly, you have the off-road function, which really lifts the car up and gives you more ground clearance. Third, which is great for Volkswagen California owners, you have the auto level function. If you're on a campground that is not that level, that of course this is a great option. You don't have to work with these blocks to make your car level. Just one push on a button and your car will be leveled. And then fourth, you have the park button, so for parking garages, so it will really lower the car even below 1.95 meters. So maybe at home you have a carport that's just not 2 meters, that might be really helpful to you. And then you can also save your own settings and adjust the system in the way you want it. Again, we hope this is a helpful video to you. It's an option that we put on cars more and more, and we can do that for you, of course, if you order a new car through us. And I hope to see you in the next one.